Hey, how's it going? Figured I might as well make a video. This will be my first video. I plan on making a bunch of videos here. I have a lot of stuff I like to go over. A lot of collectibles, a lot of toys, a lot of sealed stuff, a lot of open stuff, and I'm also going to be selling some of the stuff, and maybe trying to get new stuff to post on this channel here. So anyway, this one's going to be one of the Aliens figures. This is a Hicks figure. It's old school. If you take a look, you can see red and stuff on his face. When I was younger, I used to play with these, and I used to put red marker and stuff on them when they get attacked, like blood. And some of them have missing limbs and stuff like that too. All for the story's sake back in the day. And here's an unopened one, figure from back in the day. It's definitely old. Plastic is actually slightly yellowed a little bit because of how old it is. This one's from 1992. These are the old Alien boxes. Classic. Back when you had the toys and you had your own stickers to put on them. Came with their own comic strips. Each figure came with its own comic strip. On the back, right down here, see 1992. 1986 when they came out. That's the trademark there. These are the instructions down here. Insert rocket into launcher. Spare rocket storage on the side. Insert rocket launcher handle into figure's hand. Press sight down to fire launcher. These are some of these. I had all these. The Alien, Queen Alien here, Scorpion Alien, that was my favorite one. Ripley. I have the figure here. I'm missing the piece. I know I have that piece of the flamethrower somewhere. Gorilla Alien. I have all these in the box, so I'll be going over all of them at some point. Apone was awesome. He was probably one of my favorite there. Power Loader was awesome. I have one, but it's missing the arms. Bull Alien. There's Hicks. There's Bishop. Here's his cards, because you could collect these and cut them out. Heavy metal, high-tech weaponry. Crazy. Classic. That's a quote? That's not a quote. The M41A smart gun. Man's best friend. Did he say that in the movie when they used them? Was it one of the cutout scenes? The scenes they cut out? Just don't quite remember that line. Dark, empty, silent. This is deep space. Vicious aliens are attacking. One forces the guns and the guts to face these ugly monsters. Send in the heavy metal. Send in the space marines. The invasion is on. They say I've cut out and long dotted line. Ages 4 and up. These things were so cool back in the day. So classic. Hours and hours of fun. And it was cool because they were the same size as the Jurassic Park figures. So you could buy them both and then have a whole bunch to play with. I used to love making stories up on the spot with these figures. I'd play for hours on end. And have a whole bunch. I'd start off with like 20 people or like 10 people, and they come across other people throughout the story, and so many things would happen. Endless imagination. Classic. Sorry there, Hicks. And had some other kind of cool features on here too, like you can move his head, and that's by moving his legs down here. So that's pretty cool. And they move independent too, so you can kind of set it and still move it around. His arms were always kind of in a weird position, I thought. That one was kind of weird. This one is alright, because you could put different guns and stuff in his arms. Pretty cool design for the figure. I feel like there were a couple reasons they couldn't use the likeness. And I think one was because they didn't want to pay the actors. Because their face and likenesses, I think they probably all signed, or some of them signed, And I think that also technically they wanted to make it more kid friendly, I heard as well. So they didn't want the same exact story to draw attention to the movies. They kind of had the toys on their own separate thing. As you see, they have the comics, and Dark Horse did these comics. And right there, as it says, Dark Horse. And they made the full-size comics as well, which I have a whole bunch of, which I want to go over too, which are really awesome. Those are my favorite comics. I never got into superhero stuff. I never thought like Superman, Spider-Man, or any kind of man was really that cool. Aliens was just not only a little bit more realistic, I guess you could say, but I watched the movies when I was younger, and I still love the movies. I got into the movies, and from a friend of mine, actually, he gave me this. He gave me a pwn without any of the accessories, and this was missing the arms, which I bought another one later on, years later, and I lost the arms on that one too. But and it was missing the top here, I think. And so this, and then he gave me this to borrow too, but it was missing some pieces on it. And so that's what I had for a while, and I got into it. And also he let me the VHS to Alien 3. And this was all in 3rd grade. This was a long time ago, yeah, when I was in 3rd grade. So that was around when these figures came out, or just around, and when they were selling all the time. I had a whole bunch. I had some of the Predator figures too. These things were so cool back in the day. I used to go to my friend's house, and we used to play for hours. He actually showed me a bunch of the movies too. I had a really good friend, Matt, and he showed me a lot of the old movies. We were into the same kind of stuff, so it was really cool. And yeah, he was into a lot more of the all sorts of different types of comic stuff too. So it'd actually be cool to get him on this channel here, and because he's really knowledgeable about all sorts of stuff, movie-wise and everything. So that'd be really cool. So yeah, that latches on his arm there, and hold the rockets on there. And they go right in there. It's always cool with those, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. Look at that. Classic. This brings back so many memories. Nostalgia. Way before they had any like electronic computer stuff for kids, really. I mean, there was like Oregon Trail and stuff like that, but there was really just like these old analog toys. Yeah, so I was into this stuff, and I was into drawing too, and yeah. So anyway, this is kind of like the introduction to this channel and this toy, and I plan on, and I would love to make a lot more. If you like this and want to see a whole bunch of other videos, I have so many stuff. Everything from these figures to Star Wars stuff to Resident Evil, video game stuff, comics, kind of like an endless supply of things, and collectibles I like to go over. So subscribe and like if you want to see more, and more complete and more in-depth videos too. Cool. Thanks for watching. Take care.